It's that time again. It is 5:30 and it's time for the Happy Hour Pilates class on the Balance Gym members page. Today we'll be using the hand weights. It's Friday, which is hand weights day, and we won't need this foam roller, although it looks like it's in the shot, doesn't it? Have your hand weights nearby, and we'll start with a breathing warm-up. You'll just need your mat, some light hand weights nearby, one on each side. And this class is about 45 minutes, and for Balance Gym members, you've probably taken this class before. This taping is on Friday evening, so if you happen to catch this on another day or time, please be sure to leave a comment, say hello, let me know some of the parts that you like, that you don't like, what you find challenging. If you're having any issues with your wrist or your knee or a toe or a back thing, you let me know, and again, we'll be able to make some modifications if necessary. But I can only do that if I know what you need for help. I have to move this cauldron or it looks like I have two heads. And I'm going to wear my skeleton glove, which I love so much. This hand. All right, I'm breathing. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Inflate your ribs and lungs to the sides. Each time you exhale, make a big effort to close down through the rib cage. Inhale, inflate, using the exhale and having a sense of narrowing or cinching through the waistline. Each time you take that deep breath, sitting up nice and tall. And as you exhale, narrowing. Pick up that one hand weight and we're going to come up and over. The whole objective here is to stretch, as in opening the armpits, lifting the rib cage, and lengthening the waistline. Return to the upright position and we'll begin again. Keeping both of your butt bones very heavily anchored. Do not be tempted to lift your butt. Return. I had a handful of peanuts before class and now I got a piece of peanut in my throat. All right, sorry. Come up and over. This is it, number 4. Get ready. Number 4, coming over and rotate. This stretch is so important and it really is often misunderstood. Both my hands are down, pushing against the floor. I am twisting and spiraling as tightly as I can, pulling the abdominals in. As you untwist, return all the way to the upright position. Place the hand weight down because you got another one and begin to lift. Take your time. This really is subtle. The first one especially is quite subtle. And then return. Uh-oh, looks like I'm getting some broadcast interruptions. Let me know. Well, you won't be able to let me know if we're disconnected. So I'll just keep going. Do the best you can. Oftentimes when there's a broadcast interruption, it'll come back. You know, it's kind of like when that little thing is spinning. Ooh, 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 ooh. Buffering, as it's called. All right, here we go. Persevere. Do the best you can. I am coming over and rotating. When I put both hands down, it's against the floor, pulling my abdominals in, rotating, turning and spiraling. Go, 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 go. Inhale, untwist, pick up the weight. I love when the weight is behind me, so you're holding on with both hands. Straighten both arms. Keep your head down, heavy in front, chin toward your chest. Have a few moments where you're absolutely sure that your arms are very straight, back behind you, head heavy in front of you. Drop the weight and then raise the arms all the way up. Now my arms are straight and lifting is through the chest. Lengthen as you lift, tilting outward and up. Stay here, breathe in, and then begin to come back. Arrive upright, release, and then repeat. This is a flat back exercise, whereas in the television screen, or what do you call it, screen, like iPad screen, it may look like I'm bending, but it is a very flat back position. As you're returning, come back upright, and then release. As all good Pilates classes have a warm-up in the beginning, we've also got roll down and roll up. Make sure you've got one weight to the left and one to the right side of you. Come closer to the end of the mat with your feet flat. We'll start with a bit of a back warm-up. So I am holding on securely and then sitting up straight. Exaggerate. How tall can you sit? Scoop your abdominals, rounded, hollow the abdominals like you cleaned out the inside of a pumpkin. Clean out the inside of your gut as you rivet your navel tight. Inhale, sitting up straight. This time with no hands, rounding backwards, one vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae. Ooh, that feels so good. Stretch your arms back behind you, long, straight arms. Breathe in. As you exhale, blow all the air out and grab your thighs, returning up. If you're having a lot of difficulty, it may be better that you don't go all the way back and that you stay here until we catch up with you. The rest of us will inhale, roll up, rolling up, roll it, and holding on to the backs of your thighs. Sit up straight. All of these roll downs with the knees bent are considered introductory or beginner or really entry level. Quite easy. Inhale. Roll up. As you exhale, blow. Now the exercise is enhanced, actually made easier, when you hold on to the hand weights. My hand weights are just 3 pounds. You might have some 2-pounders, and you can use 5-pounders, but that's really heavy for this exercise. Rolling up, take your time and pull the abdominals in closely and tightly. And we'll just go one more, this generic roll down. One vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae, no crashing. Inhale. As you roll up this time, kick one leg. Make it a really straight, gorgeous leg. Come on back. Soften your landing. Put your foot down and inhale. Use the exhalation, pull your abs in, and then leg number 2, also nice and straight. Come on back. Oof. Now, with both of your knees bent and feet flat, get ready to roll up, lifting both legs. Now, this is with knees bent, unless you're capable of straightening the legs. I'm going to begin with knees bent today. Just going partially back, all the way up. Partially back, and all the way up. All the way up just means I'm sitting at the highest position that I can achieve while balancing on my tailbone. As I come forward and back, this time close the hands and twist your body to one side. Back, center, twist to the other side, so that each time you're coming toward the side of your legs. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and blow out. This is breathe in and blow out. Here's one more, and the last one to the back. Finally, roll all the way backwards, leaving your legs elevated. Take a moment to relax your face, and then as you exhale, rolling up, come on up to seated. Ooh, this time alternating your legs and rolling back. Only ribs on the floor, not your head and not your legs and not your arms. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Abs are tight. You can alternate your arm, not too high, just lift, lift, lift. Keeping your head in the highest position. Here is 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Last one, head down and rest. Put the weights down momentarily and hug your knees back. Using your arms, strongly embrace the legs, rolling from side to side. While leaving your head down so your neck can recuperate, begin with bent knees. One leg is coming down. Tap your heel lightly and wait for the leg to return. Leg number 2, tapping lightly and wait for your leg to return. Absolutely one leg at a time, single leg, heel tap. We've got tap and return. Last one, tap and return. Close the legs combined, both heels tap the floor. The moment you think this is an easy exercise, you need the challenge. Just stretch the legs out a little bit farther so the heels are tapping the floor about 4 inches farther away. Now this does not mean straighten your legs. I'll just say reach out, tapping your heel and return. Each time, just tapping your heel and return. This time we'll go right into roll over. So as I tap my heel on the floor, I'm ready to roll over backwards. Use your hands where necessary, propping your pelvis up higher and higher. As you become more and more sophisticated, you won't use your hands at all. In fact, I'll just hold on to my hand weights. My legs are heavy, straight, and my toes can tap the floor. Inhale, separate your feet, slowly rolling down. Now this is done with straight legs, slowly rolling down, and soften your landing. Bring the legs forward to repeat. Inhale, knees bent. Roll over. Remember, feel free to use your hands on your hips when it's necessary, getting your hips up as high as you can. Toes touch the floor. Take your time, feet separated, and rounding down one vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae at a time. Here's a variation. I'm going to just bend my knees, and bend my elbows, and send my arms above and beyond my head, weights on the floor. Hands, the back of my hands, knuckles on the floor. Let's do this last rollover with straight legs. Keeping arms very straight with your hand weights on your hands, and legs very straight with toes tapping the floor. The farther and farther I can reach my legs, the more stretch in my low back. Oh, it's terrific. Stretch those legs back and feel the stretch. Slowly begin rolling down. One vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae. Resist all temptations to drop down. Let go of the weights, leave them be, and rock and roll a few times in the exercise called open leg rocker. This does require balance and control, so demonstrate balance and control. Control! Here's the last one. When you arrive, you can close open about 3 times, and then close the legs entirely. Sit a little taller there, arms up, arms wide, arms front, and lower your legs. We'll do a seated exercise category here. As you scoot back, separate your feet about as wide as the mat. Also important, find the bones that are deep at the base of your butt. We don't need any hand weights. Inhale, and as you exhale, open the arms wide to the sides. Inhale, center. As you exhale, open the arms wide to the sides. Inhale, center. What's happening is my legs should stay still, and there is a Broadway expansion through the chest and arms. Inhale. Here's the other side. Rotate, rotate, rotate. We'll do this one more time. If I could just decide what I'm doing with my arms. Open and leave those legs anchored. Are you sitting as tall as you can? Here's the inhale. Last time, last side. Give me your best shot. Go, 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 go. Now, this time, the exercise called the saw. Reach past your foot. 3, 2, 1. It should be a sawing action. Front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, with emphasis on the front. There are only 3, 2, 1. Be sure to emphasize the long arms. We're going 3, 2, 1. Come to center and then lower your arms for a moment. Close the legs to make the letter V with your feet. Now, if you've been taking classes with me for a while, then you know that this is the Pilates version, straight legs. If you're not sure, you may want to just go to the easier version, which is tabletop from yoga. Knees bent and feet flat. Otherwise, inhale. Using your exhale, lift your body off the floor and then straighten your whole body like it is a plank or a ramp. Inhale. Coming down slowly, take your time. If you did the bent knee version, that's just as good. Make sure that you're lifting your hips as high as you can. Let's repeat the exercise. Here is the Pilates version, making the letter V. Inhale. On the exhale, I launch with my arms and then recruit the buttocks, lifting my hips up as high as I possibly can. Inhale. Come down slowly and with a soft landing. Come forward and stretch. We'll do the exercise for the last time, number 3. Inhale. Using exhale, launch yourself off the floor. Lift through the pelvis with energy. Do not throw your head back. Give the pelvis a thrust. Inhale, and then come down with a soft landing. Now you can stretch with your legs straight or bend your knees. Just take a moment here, soften the neck. Let your head become about as heavy as a pumpkin. Rest your neck. There are a couple of exercises we haven't done yet on our back, and so we're going to return to those. Come to a partial sit back, rolled back partially. One leg lifted, put it down. Other leg lifted, put it down. Make sure that your seatbelt is fastened when you lift both legs. Stay there. Slowly, we are going to roll back. Do not crash. Don't lose control. One vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae. Leaving your legs straight, put your head down. Slowly lifting the legs all the way upright. Slowly lowering your legs, about halfway down is good. Lifting the legs all the way upright. And then lowering the legs about halfway down is good. You'll know because the abdominals are starting to scream. So no screaming abs right now until you get about here and then lifting. We'll just do it one more time. Inhale, stretch out those legs, and then return. Here I'm going to begin to make a zigzag, zig and zag. So you're going diagonally downward, descending, and then diagonally upward, ascending. We're coming back to the upright position. Begin again. Sideways, 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 sideways. Zig, zag, zig. Here's the last one. Come on down. And up. Ooh, obliques, obliques, obliques. Yay! Now you can rest for a moment. Excellent work. That's one of my favorite exercises. I haven't done that in a while. I'm glad I got that in today. Let's rock and roll. So this is rolling like a ball. Notice the breathing. And when you arrive, you can straighten one leg, call it a test. Straighten the other leg, tested. Open, close 3 times, close. Arms overhead, arms wide, and then lower your legs down. It is time to flip over though, so come all the way down onto your stomach. Keep your hand weights nearby, so if you need to get them now, one on the left side and one on the right. I'll meet you down on the floor. Come all the way down on your stomach and place your forearms on the mat. We'll repeat this lifting and lowering several times. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Your objective, why are we doing this, is to lift a little bit higher. Intend to bend your spine backward as you lift. Intend to lift. Here we go. Lift. On this last one, which I'm still not quite sure is my best one, I have arrived at the top. Clench the buttocks and push down. Lift with a little bit more energy. Oh my, come on. Lift, 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 lift. Eyes on the horizon. Keep your shoulders pulled back so the neck is long. Lift. And then come down. Now I'm going to rest my head on my fist and reach back and grab my ankle. Hold on to the ankle so we can stretch your thigh And stretching your thigh is a very important part of the next exercise. So be sure that you're spending a lot of valuable time here investing in this thigh stretch. Push down at your pubic bone so the hip is heavy. Bending the elbow, stretch. Woo! I felt that. One more. And then let go to switch leg. Hold on and be sure that you're bending the elbows. Pushing down through the pelvis, be as heavy as you can and keep breathing. All right, and then you can let go. Now we did that stretching for this series of exercises, so take a look. The first is single leg kick, and then we'll go to double. Single is one leg, straighten. It's two kicks and straighten. Think kick, kick, stretch. Here is kick, kick, stretch. Be sure to alternate and stretch that leg. Kick, kick, stretch, and kick, kick, stretch. One more. Now, prop yourself up. The actual textbook variation is elbows are heavy down on the floor and the elbows look like they're coming back to the ribs. There should be tension in the arms and shoulders. Here's that single leg. Well, I have to be parallel. Here is kick, kick, stretch. Here is kick, kick, stretch. So that there's emphasis on the stretching of the leg and the stretching of the spine. Ooh, here is kick, kick, stretch. Here is kick, kick, stretch. One more. Last leg. Kick, kick, stretch. Rest for a moment. When we go to the next exercise called double leg kick, that's going to be both legs. I'll show you there. Is kick, kick, and stretch. We go kick, kick, and stretch. Here is kick, kick, and stretch. One more, kick, kick, and stretch. Now that exercise is where we include one hand weight. Place the hand weight just across your buttocks, and you will be elbows bent, soft bend in the elbows, then straightening the arms. Coordinate the timing of kick, kick, and straight arms with legs. When you're ready, kick, kick, stretch. We go kick, kick, stretch. Every time, kick, kick, lift. Here is kick, kick, stretch. One more. Give me the best you got. Hold it there, flutter the legs. The legs are fluttering with very stiff knees and straight legs. Energize the upper body to lift again. Up, 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 and rest. Drop the weight, sit back, and rest. That exercise is just so difficult. Make sure that you're breathing. When you come up to your hands and knees position, start with your arms far and away. You can go into your cow and cat. Cat-cow back release. Take the time to pull your abdominals up strongly. And then inhale, drop the abdominals completely. All right. For the next exercise, I'm going to fold up my mat and get some extra cushioning for my knees. Knees on the cushioned mat. My hands are far, far in front. I'll know when I'm in the correct position because my hips are forward and my elbows are down. Now this is not a pure plank position. It's not a pure plank, but it is certainly not butt in the air. So come to something that's quasi-plank-like and watch. Lifting the elbows from the floor. Come down, elbows to the floor. Lift, elbows up. Now, in the perfect world, both of your elbows lift at the same time. There's a dual explosion of energy in your triceps. A dual burst of energy. Here we go. If this exercise is too easy, that means your arms are too close to you, and it's likely that you're doing this way too easy. If you find that you're so low and so heavy that you can't get up at all, your hands might be too far away. So, negotiate and compromise and continue to experiment to find your optimal location. I'm going to do 2 more. Come on. Pull your abdominals up and down. Come up, finish this last one, and then come in a little bit for thread the needle. I'm going to send my arm all the way out in front of me and put my head down on my arm. Stretch the arm that you don't need up to the ceiling. Jazz hands. And send your arm backward. Ooh, don't hold your breath. This is a terrific stretch for the front of the shoulder, and the spine is in a rotation. Okay, I'm ready to switch. Come on up. Thread the needle. The name of the exercise intends your arm to go under and through like you're threading the needle. Land on your head and shoulder. Reaching your arm up toward the skies. Pull back. Woo! Oh, I've had enough. Come on back. Now, I've got these great folded mats here, and I'm going to start on knee, and grab my hand weight and place it behind one knee. Keeping your hands down, lift the leg that has the hand weight. You'll lift it multiple times. Make sure that you're lifting at the highest position that you can, and then pull your abdominals up. Keep your abs up nice and tight. We'll do a few more here. Notice I can do this on one hand. Raise your other hand out, lift, lift. Ooh, don't fall. Here's lift and lift and lift. Let's hit the elbow on the knee, hit it, and straight. Here's hit and straight. 3, straight. 4, straight. 5, straight. One more, hold it there. Now I can put my hand down so that the leg is doing a circle. Like my knee is drawing the circle. Up and around, and then reverse the direction of the circle. Down, lift, open, down, lift, open, down, lift, open. I'll be removing the hand weight, but don't rest, don't rest. Straighten your leg as soon as you can and come to your forearms. The whole straight leg. Lift, 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 lift. Lifting as high as you can. 4, 3, 2, and down. Give it a little break. Sit back for a moment and rest. The exercise will continue, of course, on the other leg. So, place your hand weight at the back of the knee. Be sure that you're able to sustain your weight up on your hands, and then lift, lift. As soon as you get into an optimal position, you can really start to feel it. Lift, keeping your abs up tight. That's my shirt, very loose. The arm is forward. Lift, lift, lift. Use the buttocks. Lift, 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 lift. Just 3 more, 2 more, and 1. Elbow your knee. 1. Here is 2. Here is 3. and 4. Here's 5. Hold number 6. Stay there. Ooh, a little more pulse. Pulse. Now, I'll put my hand down so that I can circulate my thigh. The knee is lifting and circling back. Down and lifting and circling back. And whatever direction this is for you, we'll just call it the first direction. 2 more. And then you'll just reverse yourself. Go the other way. Do the best you can to define circling your leg. Not the foot. When I finish this last one, I am not resting. I'm simply removing the weight. The leg is straight. I'm on my forearms. The whole leg is very straight and lifted very high. Pulse, 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 pulse. Just 3, 2, 1. Now, you get to sit back for a very, very well-deserved child's pose. Open the knees wide. If you're not sure what your options are, your hands can be stretched out in front of you, really heavy and long, or you can wrap your arms around your legs. Just be sure that you're seated heavily and comfortably back. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now, today, I also wanted to get into a bear claw to mermaid. I just need one weight in front. I don't really need this padding because we won't be here for very long. I'm on my toes and my knees are just barely 3 inches off the mat. Forward and back. I'm going forward and back. My back, my spine, remains flat as a table. I'm sort of like a rolling cart going forward and back. Now, the leg that is the farthest away from the camera is lifting and will go underneath. Can you roll to your side? I'm on 1 foot. This leg is straight. Tap a few times. If you're not able to stay on straight arm, you can come to your forearm, but be sure to lift your butt. Here's that leg again, tapping the floor if you want. Yeah? So we've got 3 more, 2 more. Last one, hip down, knee bent. This is mermaid. Now the mermaid position is nearly impossible for me on this side, which is why the hand weight is handy. If you're able to sit your butt down, well, hooray for you. I am holding on. Holding on to the hand weight, bend sideways. This is the only exercise and the weirdest position that I cannot do. So, do the best you can. Awkward as it looks. Here is the reprieve. And I'm doing it again. It doesn't matter where this leg is. It's in my way. Oh, good gracious. Here is the counter stretch. Let's do it one more time because I hate it so much. Stretch. Oh, good gosh. All right, so my elbow is also down on the floor. The other arm comes sweeping like a helicopter propeller. Open the chest to the ceiling and then return. Do it one more time and be as graceful as you want to be. Up, up, up. Open your chest toward the ceiling and then return. Ugh. Return to your bear claw. Hands, hands, foot, and both feet, and. Now I have to turn around, but you're going to be doing the other leg. So here's the opposite side bear claw. Shifting forward, back. My whole body is like a tray, a service tray on wheels, a cart that's going forward and back. Oh, my thighs are shaking. Here's the last one, centered. The leg that is behind, or the farthest from the camera, will now come out in front. And remember, you can come down to your forearm if you don't want to be on your hands. Lift, 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 lift. I'm coming all the way down so that the knee is bent, and I am desperately trying to sit up. Hold on and grab your weight. Take your time. The arm begins in the straight up position. Then the exercise begins. It's noted to be a stretch. It really just makes me want to scream. You can return and you'll go to the other side, which is called a counter stretch. Oh, 2 more times I suffer for you. Up and over. Oh, don't hold your breath. I'm down for the counter stretch. Holy mackerel. All right, no matter where this foot is, I just can't get enough of a seated position. But here I go. It's not about me. I'm just saying, it doesn't look good on me because it's hard. And then down. Here is where that arm comes all the way across like a helicopter propeller, and then turn your chest up toward the ceiling, and then come around again. So I'm on my forearms, helicopter propeller, open the chest. Oh yeah, oof, and return. I love that so much, I'm doing it one more time. Come over, open, chest to the ceiling as best you can, and then return. We have to get back to bear claw. So hand, foot, the other foot, bear claw. Yeah? All right, come on down. Silly as that is, I like that position a lot. This will be rolling like a ball for bridging as we finish up. I'm near the end of the mat, so there's plenty of mat behind me, and I'm doing the pretty standard rolling like a ball with hands behind my thighs. Use the breathing, I can't stress it enough. Inhale. I can't stress it enough, and yet I can. Again and again I'll say breathe. I'll stress it again. Inhale. And we're going to do it one more time with the breath. So from here, straighten out your legs and remember to point your feet. Very slowly, make your way back. Slowly. One vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae, one vertebrae, and rest. As you plant your feet flat on the mat, you're going to grab your hand weights. You want to place the hand weights at the crease of your hips, right where the hip and your thigh meet. You want to make that weight a little bit heavier toward the pubic bone, so it's a little heavier toward the inner thighs. Do what you can. It's a little uncomfortable and very intimate, I know, but no one needs to know other than you and me. Inhale. Pull deep in the abdominals and push through your feet. I am lifting my hips and the hand weights. And so listen, you might have the kind of hand weights that are really, really round or cylindrical, and they might come barreling down into your teeth, so please take all the precautions necessary, which means you can hold on to the weights. My hips are up. I'm going to pull my pants up because I just am not comfortable. And then hold the buttocks up nice and high. Inhale. Come down. Commonly, people just drop their butts. Don't do that. Be a little more sophisticated and try to articulate. On the way up, articulate. One vertebrae, tail, pelvis, low back, rib, shoulder blades arrive with tightened buttocks. Here is the pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 4 more. Heavy in your heels, toes are up. 2, hold 1. Close your front ribs, closing the front ribs as you come down for a soft landing. We'll repeat the exercise again with some variations. Press through your feet and levitate. Listen, the secret, in most cases, stand on your heels, let the toes be light, and push through the floor to thrust the pelvis up, up. Back in January, when I was reading the fitness journals for the new year, 2020, the pelvic thrust was like the new exercise of this year. I don't know what we're doing now, but I like it. 4 more, 3 more, 2, and then melting down. Lots of things went detoured this year, didn't it? So as I bring my feet in a little narrower, here's the variation. Let's just practice straightening the knee. Notice that my knee straightened, but my thigh still makes a perfect lap, so that I can put my laptop on my lap. I'll say toe tap, straighten, toe tap, straighten. And all the while, do not disturb your lap. Here's the inhale. Pull your abdominals in. Arrive at your best bridge. If you want to hold on, feel free. Here's leg number 1. And then tap. Straighten, tap. Straighten, tap. Here's 4. Tap. Here's 5. Tap. Last one. Put your feet down and keep your hips boosted with your lap perfectly flat. Leg number 2. Straighten, tap. Straighten, tap. Straighten, tap. Here's 4. Supervise your lap. 5. Final 6. Feet flat and fix the buttocks again. Come down. 1 vertebrae, 1 vertebrae, 1 vertebrae, 1 vertebrae, insisting the tail is last. Now I'm going to put the weights down and hug the knees back towards your chest. It's important to stretch out your low back, and hugging your legs will pull your tail up. And by lifting the tail up, your low back is getting stretched. Hug your legs tightly embraced against your torso, rolling from side to side. Feel free to use your arm and push off, but turn your head in the opposite direction. Straightening the legs to the ceiling so that you take your time now to stretch the backs of your legs. Are you stretching the backs of your legs? Knees bend and exhale, straighten. Knees bend and exhale, straighten. Feel free to circle through the ankles. Be definitive about pointing the toes up toward the ceiling and flexing the ankles. Learn to manipulate through the feet. Feet are a very important part of the extension of your spine, extension of the leg. Here's the knee bend and straighten. Now this time I'm just going to keep my knees bent and my hands wrap around the ankles. My elbows are rudely pushing my knees open. Wider and wider, my knees go wide. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh, this feels so good. As with any stretching, there's a minimum of 15 and 20 or 30 seconds necessary, depending on the joint and the muscles. Really try to concentrate your time and your breath toward that joint or muscles that you want to stretch. As you finish, straightening the legs up toward the ceiling, open leg rocker. Grab up high near the ankles. Start with a sloppy rolling back and forth, and then roll forward with enough energy to demonstrate control. Rounding back. Sit up through the chest as best you can. Here we go again. This will be the last one. Inhale and stay. Close the legs, point your toes, arms reach overhead, arms wide, arms in front, and then lower your legs down. We're going to move the hand weights out of the way and go for a straight 12 push-ups. The first 4 on one leg. Choose the leg that you'll be on the knee for single leg push-ups. We're doing 4. When you're ready, here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Swap legs. Ready? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So finally, you can do this on both knees, but really be serious. Bring your hips with you. This, I know I can't see you. You know I can't see you. But this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push back into a downward dog. It's very, very well deserved. Push out through your hands, heavy into the fingertips. Press the heels down really heavy. I like to emphasize one leg first, and then the second leg equally heavy. Push down through the heels, lift up through the hips, shake out your head. Are you going to eat all the Halloween candy? No, no, no. All right, come on down. Have a seat. And once you're seated, sit up nice and tall. And we'll do just a little bit of breathing while you're sitting up nice and tall. Lift through the chest as you inhale. And then close through the ribs as you exhale. And then shoulders down as you turn your head. And then turn your head. Center, nod your head down. Lift your head up. Come center, tilt your head, and then tilt. There is still yet one more direction. I'll say forward and pull back. Head forward and pull back. Now that's hard to see, so I'm going to turn sideways. Head forward, pull back. The backward direction is the emphasis. Pull back. Pull back. Are you sitting up straight? It's my job to remind you. Last one. All right. So sit with me, take a deep breath. This is inhale, arms up, and then a big exhale. Bravo and brava and bravissimo. It's been my pleasure to teach this class. It's been my pleasure to teach this class for the last 7 months or so. Thank you very much for joining me. So this is Vivian with Balance Gym, and this was your Happy Hour Pilates class for Friday, October 30. Happy hour meant that I used to have a drink and I would toast your health and your positivity and applaud you for your commitment to your health and exercise. But the month of October was Sober October, and this is the last Friday of Sober October. So, cheers to you. I'm just drinking Gatorade in my Kennedy Center cup. Can't wait for the Kennedy Center to reopen. Whatever you're doing this weekend, be safe. And whichever way you lean politically, Tuesday is an important day. Try to be civil is all I can ask. Try to be civil. I have to remain civil myself. So cheers to you. Thank you for coming to class. Much appreciated. You can catch me live in person at Balance Gym Glover Park Mondays and Wednesdays. We've been getting like 6 and 7 people. It's been so much fun outdoors. Wear long sleeves. It's a little chilly sometimes, but it's a great workout to be outside, looking up at the blue skies. Even when it's cloudy, it's still kind of fun. Mondays, Wednesdays at 12 o'clock. Otherwise, you can catch my classes here on the Balance Gym Facebook page. Vivian, signing off. Thank you.